feel like there's this void in my life, you know. Something's missing over these past couple months. I just simply can't put my finger on it. What it is, what I need, it's insatiable. It's fantasy football season. Hi, and welcome back, everybody. I am Todd Kiper Berman Jr. I'm excited to have you here. Excited to be doing the fantasy draft lottery for the SPE Fall 09 Spring 10 season. Again, a fantastic league, always a competitive league. Some guys that have been more at the top, some guys have been more at the bottom recently. Not as much parity as you see in some other leagues, but this year I think that's about to change. A crazy league, a 14-team league, which means to put more emphasis on the draft than any other league you will see. More emphasis on the draft. We'd also like to welcome back Trey Nelson. Trey Nelson back to the league. It's good to have you back. Reed Merlati, though, is taking a leave of absence from the league, so let's all take a moment of silence for Reed. All right, well, Reed, it's been great. It's been great to have you in the league. We hope to see you back. Now, let's flash back to last season, of course. Last season was a real top-heavy league, real bottom-heavy league. Fat head, fat legs. Where does that leave the standings? It's a league that's, I don't even know. It's a crazy league. It's 14 teams again. A lot of added emphasis on the draft, which is really big. So let's get right into it. First place team last year, Brett Kohler. He is starting a dynasty, folks. He's been a champion in 2 of the past 3 years. He's actually dominated the league the last 2 out of 3 years. Second most points last season. So he earned in the regular season and cheap his way into the playoffs and capitalized on a championship. You look at this roster, stacked roster, more stacked than a burger at Jack in the Box. Mahomes, Elliott, Carson, Thielen, Evans, Ingram, stacked roster. Only 16 moves. That means this dude nailed the draft. He's a drafter. That's what he does. He drafts well. He plays well. He wins championships. That's what he does. That's what this guy does. But he does know that karma is a bitch. And though he's aware. He's totally aware. He's on the lookout. Karma is a bitch. That's why Brett is most likely to meet a wonderful woman named Karma, but refuse to go out on a date with her because he doesn't want to jinx his fantasy football prospects. This guy loves winning. This guy loves championships. He's hoping to be back in that playoff contention this year, at least in the playoffs. Because the year after he won the championship last year, didn't even make the playoffs. Real disappointing season for him. Anyways, moving on to a bad man. That's right, Jeff Upp's team, the second place team. A team which was named by sheep. Again, a solid team, but second place, not quite good enough. But if you listen to the song Silver and Gold from the Rudolph, the classic Christmas childhood tale, the song was Silver and Gold, so there's that. He's got that going for him. He can always relate to that Rudolph song. That's a big thing for him. Real big. A guy is always contender. Championship, destiny, staring him right in the face. I think he might wear glasses, though, so sometimes his vision's a little blurry, and so that staring back in the face, it throws him off a little bit. Anyways, again, always contender. Didn't make a ton of moves. He did make actually a ton of moves. He really worked the roster. That's why most likely, though, this guy is not to be able to stay up during the draft because he's too busy counting sheep. Again, a team named after sheep last year with a bad man. That's right, Jeff Upp, everybody, Jeff Upp. Moving on to the third place team, really a nice showing for this team. I'd give this season a solid 8-2. That's right, always sunny in Philly. That's right, Chris Tolman. This guy's his best season he's ever had. Every season he's improved. He's been 8. He's been 6. Last season he's 3rd. What does this season hold for him? Excited to find out. And Tolman, as an owner, has got to be excited to find out. Like I said, he snuck into the playoffs last year. 6th place regular season finish, 3rd place playoff season. Came up clutch like an apple when you need to avoid going to the doctor. That's what Chris Tolman did. As they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. That's what this guy's playoff run was like. It was like that apple that kept the doctor away, kept him from getting sick. The only thing that was sick was his roster come playoff season. Anyways, he had 34 moves. Again, a very active owner, 5 top 10 players, which is pretty average. But for a 14-team league, pretty good. Pretty good. Again, that 14-team league really complicates things. You got to consider that. Anyways, this guy, he's a world traveler. I don't know if you knew this. World traveler. That's why I said he is most likely to be in a foreign country operating off a Royal Dignity's Wi-Fi during the draft. This dude is a world traveler. He's been around the world. He's about to be a fantasy champion if he keeps up the progress that he's going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. He's all over the map, except he's projecting something towards a fantasy championship. That's this guy. He's a good owner. Anyways, 2019 is the year of no kickers. That's right. That's Mike Rowan, the 4th place owner. Again, another guy who's always in championship contention. There seems to be a real, again, sometimes like a parody, like Jeff Up, Mike Rowan. Always guys that are in the top of the standings. Always really good owners. This guy is a perennial contender, solid owner. This guy has 3 full-time jobs, though. Listen to this. He has his job. He has his job as a dad. He's a killer dad, and of course, a fantasy owner. He made over 50 moves last year. This guy has 3 full-time jobs, and he's always performing. He's a solid owner. He does have a real problem with kickers, though, and it dates back to middle school from what I'm told. It goes back to this interaction he had with a kid named Billy Del Vecchio. I'm not at liberty to tell the rest of the story. You all have his number. If you're interested in the story, give Rowan a call. He will tell you. It's a horrifying tale, a haunting tale. Screw you, Billy Del Vecchio. Anyways, this guy is always a good top. He had 6 top 10 guys, which is good. In a 14-team league, a 4th place finish had to be a bit of a buzzkill for him. That's why he's most likely to be drafting from a new home. Congratulations to that. Saw the snappers the other day. Congratulations, the Snapchat. He's also going to be probably the person that's going to offer you a trade and convince you that it's a good deal despite it completely favoring him. That's what this guy does. He's a savvy owner. He's going to talk you out of trades. He's a pirate, man. Anyways, moving on to the 5th pick. The 5th place team. That's right, Macklin on your girl, Justin Bollinger. After a 10th place finish the year prior, this engaged guy is making his way towards a championship. Let me tell you, he did not draft great last year. Again, 55 moves, much like Mike Rowan. Very similar strategy to Mike Rowan. Is he basing off his team off Mike Rowan's strategy? That's a question that I'm going to leave unanswered. I'm going to leave for you, the audience, to determine. This guy, he proposes a lot of trades. He's all about the swapping. He's got great tight ends last year, though. Kelsey, Ertz. Look for that again this season. 5 top 10 guys in his roster. Again, not bad. Was a very, very solid roster, but wasn't good enough to even get in the semifinals. He's going to be looking to improve upon that finish this year. That's why Justin Bollinger is the most likely to be macking on his girl during the draft. Mr. Steal Your Girl, which is what Bollinger's former nickname was, has retired. Congratulations, Justin Bollinger. Moving on to another engaged guy. That's right, Hingle McCringleberry, otherwise known as a.k.a. Eric Deutsch. This is another guy he's an engaged owner. You see what I did there? He's an engaged guy, an engaged owner. See what I did there? That was a joke. Hope you caught on. Anyways, this guy, again, is always contender. I put him in the category of the Jeff Up, Mike Rowan contenders. Maybe a little bit below. Maybe a tier below. If he was on a pyramid, he was on the food pyramid, he's the grains. That's where he's at. But again, this guy's always contender. He has to be disappointed with his playoff finish last year. You don't like making the playoffs and getting 6th place. Nobody likes that. It's not a good time. But whatever he was doing, whatever berries he was McCringling last year did not work in the playoffs. He had 6 top 10 guys. I hope my music coordinator can get it going. Anyways, this guy had 6 top 10 guys in his roster. Again, that's great. That's a Tom Cruise of rosters, man. That's an A-list movie star roster. But again, with the it's not bad. It was bad. It was a bad finish this season. So this is the guy, though, that's most likely to offer Kohler trades involving multiple Vikings. That's what he does. He offers you trades with your hometown players to pull on your heartstrings, to accept non-favorable trades. That's what he does. But it's a savvy move. You got to respect it. That's what Hingle McCringleberry does. Eric Deutsch, 6th place team. Congratulations, or not congratulations, whatever way you want to look at, on the 6th place finish. Moving on to the 7th place team. That's right. Where's My Money Man? Managed by Coach. If you want to know where your money is, Coach, it's in Brett Kohler's bank account. Let me tell you that. Really rough regular season. 4-9. Bounce back, though, to have a solid 7th place finish in the playoffs. Lots of close losses, though. This is an owner who is slowly but surely making his way up the standings. You got to watch out for him this year. Really not sure how he got 7th, though. Looking at the roster, it was rougher than my face after a shave. I'm not good at shaving. That's what this guy's roster looked like. Rough. Patches everywhere. Little pieces of tissue paper where the blood was coming out. Real bad. Josh Allen at quarterback is an interesting move. I thought it was a bad roster decision at first, but looking at those rushing totals, really wasn't a bad quarterback decision. Look for Josh Allen to be rostered on Coach's team this year. Anyways, that's what I'm saying. Coach is still most likely to be looking for his money when the season comes to inclusion, though. I don't think this season brings him that championship glory he's been looking for. Anyways, moving on to the 8th place team. That's right, the Post-Tropic Cyclones. That means a cyclone in a moderate climate, something you don't see very often. It's like seeing a cyclone in Michigan. That's something that doesn't happen. Something that doesn't happen in Missouri. Something that doesn't happen in Minnesota. I'm mainly thinking of moderate climates in the Midwest, but of course this applies to all moderate climates in the continental 48. This guy's continuing a run of engaged dudes. Schmeigs, he's an owner, is always in the middle of the pack. Can he finish higher this year? I think that's one of the real intriguing storylines of the season. Can Kyle Eaglehoff take that next step? He's a quality owner. Can he take that next step? Just one foot in front of the other, Kyle. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's all you gotta do, man. That's all you gotta do. His cyclone was more like a tropical depression, though, because it brought bad feelings to him as an owner. That 8th place finish can't feel good because he had a good roster. It was a somewhat puzzling season for him. And I'm not good at puzzles. So for me to define something as a puzzling season, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. Anyways, he's got more puzzles than the New York Times crossword. That's why he's most likely to be drafting LaDainian Tomlinson. He's a loyal San Diegan. He believes LT has a little bit left in the tank to give him over that edge. That's right. LaDainian Tomlinson will be on the post-Tropic Cyclones roster this year. Mark that down. Mark my words. Mark my words. Melvin Gordon, hold out. They're going to bring back LT. It's crazy. Looking at the 9th place team, this is a guy that's already predicted a last place finish for himself this year. That's right, make Mac Chicago great again. As if it was ever a bad town. It could be better, but it certainly could be worse. That's right, I'm talking about Kyle DeGroot. The Chicago Bears were good, and his team left something to be desired. He did not Mac Chicago great again himself. His team did it. The Bears did it. This fantasy team certainly didn't answer the bell. He had the second lowest points in the league. His city planning of the city of Chicago left something to be desired. It was not interesting to say the least. There's a lot of room for improvement on this roster, to say the least. I would say he's more likely to see this roster in a retirement home than in the NFL. If you look at it, he had guys like Golden Tate, old running backs, Frank Gore, things like that. A lot of old bros on this roster. Not a roster that you would take to a fantasy 2018 league. Would have been good in 07, not great in 2018. That's why I'm going to say Kyle DeGroot is the most likely to try and put together a complicated coding sequence for optimal draft performance. This guy's a coder. He's good at computers. Can he capitalize on that computer knowledge? Bring it to the fantasy football arena. Can he make it count? I think this could be the year he makes it count. Make it count, Kyle DeGroot. Anyways, moving on, we got the number 10 team. That's right, Camper's got a camp. Guess who the owner is of that team? Matt LeCamp, because he keeps on LeCamping his way towards the bottom of the standings after a stellar year prior, a disappointing follow-up season to that stellar year for Matt LeCamp. Some say this man has the wisdom of a 90-year-old. Well, this team was full of 90-year-olds. This team was 3 sheets to the wind old. You look at this team, again, a lot of old guys. You look at these two teams. You look at this 9th place team, Mac Chicago great again. You look at this 10th place team, Camper's got a camp. Old guys. I think you're seeing a trend here. Young guys win you fantasy championships. Old guys, 3 sheets to the winds guys, do not win you fantasy championships. But anyways, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. This year they didn't. Anyways, if he only made 15 moves for 518, that seems a little disproportionate. You probably should have been making more moves, trying to improve that roster. But who am I to say? I'm not good, with shapes. In the disproportionate stuff. I'm not good with shapes, disproportions. Again, I struggled at geometry in math class, so who am I to say what is disproportionate and what is not? He had bad luck, though. A lot of teams put up big numbers against this guy, so you got to expect a turnaround season for him. Like in a roundabout in London, around Big Ben. I believe there's a turnabout there. Again, also not good with geography and geometry. Anything in school that started with the subject of a G, except for gym, I struggled in. Geometry, economics, a lot of stuff. Anything with a G was really bad. But this guy, he's a lawyer. Didn't know if you knew that. Fun fact, this dude's a lawyer. So that's why he is most likely to be engaged in an intense legal battle over a waiver wire transaction this year. Congratulations, Matt LeCamp. I'm excited to see how the legal situation plays out. I think you'll win. Anyways, 11th place team, Fetch Edson Yeager, Jordan Mallon. Disappointing season. Shocking to see Mallon this low. Usually has a great success in fantasy, but if you look at those, not an inspiring roster. He wasn't wishing upon a star. He wasn't Jiminy cricketing upon a star. He wasn't looking out there. It was an uninspiring roster. 6-7 regular season, not bad, but you gotta hate that playoff finish. Left a lot on the table like a gluttonous family at Thanksgiving. or unlike a gluttonous family at Thanksgiving, there was a lot of food left on the table. This is actually a Thanksgiving of vegans, a full Thanksgiving meal with turkey and everything. The vegans didn't eat anything. That's what this season was like. That's what fetching eggs some Jaeger did. Maybe you fetched a little too much Jaeger? I don't know. Is that a possibility? Yes. Is there ever too much Jaeger? The answer to that is also yes. I can tell you from experience, you can have too much Jaeger. It ends with it's not good. Anyways, this guy made 30 moves, so he was trying to improve his roster. You gotta love the effort as an owner. But he just didn't quite make it. I'd also like to inform my music guy that the music is about to end here in a minute. So be aware of that. Again, the code is, you know the code. You pause the music. Anyways, that was not what I was looking for. There it is, atta girl. Anyways, this guy is most likely not to leave any food on the table this season. No crumbs. And those crumbs, they're 11th place finishes. He's leaving those off the table. He is going to have a great season this year. Look at him here. 11th place team, Fetch Hudson Jaeger, Jordan Allen, welcome back to the league. Anyways, 12th place team, the best scout team ever. That's right, I'm talking about Tyler Canning. In this dude's defense, if this guy was an NFL scout team, the actual roster in fantasy would be great. The problem is his actual roster was the scout team, and it was bad. The back half of his roster was shaky at best, not a real good look to have on your roster, especially when you're a scout team by name. Only 92 points per game. In the words of Minnesotans, that's a major oofda. That's bad, that's not good, that's not great. This is a guy that's found himself in the bottom of the standings. I hate to use the word, but perennially at the bottom of the standings. You hope he improves upon that this year. He's had a hard time breaking through that fantasy glass ceiling. Maybe try a stick, maybe a rock. Never throw a rock at a glass house. Throw the rock at the glass ceiling to break through that fantasy glass ceiling, Tyler Canning. I hope you can do it this year. I'm excited to see if you can do it this year. You're an engaged owner, a guy who's always trying his best, but has really struggled. But I'm calling it. He is the most likely to break through the glass ceiling. Look for Tyler Canning in the top 6 this year. That's my bold prediction. It's Todd Kiper Berman Jr. I'm making a bold prediction right now. Tyler Canning breaks through that glass ceiling, gets 6th place, not a championship, but big step. Andre the Giant type step. Congratulations, Tyler Canning, on a potential top 6 finish predicted by Todd Kiper Berman Jr. himself. Now, the 13th place team, why do I bother? That's right, Mike Boyd. 13th place finish again. Another guy who is usually at least in the middle of the pack. So he had to be disappointed with that 13th place finish. Someone asked the same question. Why did he bother last year? But this is a guy who succeeded as an owner, just had a down year. He got down on himself, turned that frown upside down. Mike Boyd, you should bother this year. A big year on the horizon. I don't know. I'm inside. I'm inside currently. I currently see the horizon. I can't see the horizon because I'm inside right now. But I see a big year. I'm predicting a big year for you out on the horizon. Maybe. I don't know. Again, I'm inside. I can't predict what I can't see. But again, I'm going to call you the most likely to bother. Dude wants rings. Craves rings. Craves championships. He will bother other owners this season with his aggressive play, with his good team, with a championship-winning team, Mike Boyd. And nowhere but up from here. Again, new guy, Trey. Welcome back to the league. Not really a new guy, a newbie, but oldie guy. He's been in the league before, had a little hiatus there, took a little break. What's he going to bring to the league? He's been gone for a couple years. What does he bring to the league? That's the mystery. That's the intrigue that this kind of league needs. Again, he's most likely to draft a kicker early because he wants to keep us on our toes. That's what he does. As a new owner, I wouldn't blame him for doing it. He's a mysterious guy. Anyways, he's going to have a quality kicking game. This is something the guy values. But now we're going to get to the fun part. The part you all enjoy. I tried to breeze through the jokes as fast as I can because you all want to know where you're drafting. You all want to know when the season goes. And so here we go, guys. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. And let's go. Give it a little hippie shake here. Oh, and we have our first pick. Our first pick is thrown out of the ball. And congratulations to Mr. Keep On Campin'. That's right, Matt LeCamp. First pick in the draft. Really happy for you, buddy. Congratulations. First pick, Matt LeCamp. Second pick of the draft. Second pick of the draft has been selected. We also have the third pick ready to go. Second pick of the draft, Justin Bollinger. Congratulations, Justin Bollinger. Second pick of the draft. Third pick of the draft. We'll keep up the high-intensity drafting here, folks. That's going to go to Brett Kohler. Congratulations, Brett Kohler, former champion. Third pick of the draft. Really happy for you. Exciting moment to be an owner. Fourth pick of the draft. It's going to go to, it's going to go to Jordan Mallon. Fetch Ed that Jaeger. You got the fourth pick. Congratulations, Jordan Mallon. Maybe a little Jaeger for celebratory for a fourth pick. Fifth pick of the draft. Oh, we got fifth and we got sixth in the barrel. We got fifth on the ground. Fifth pick of the draft is going to go to Eric Deutsch. Congratulations, Eric Deutsch. Fifth pick of the draft. Sixth pick of the draft is sitting right here, and that's going to go to Tyler Koenig. Congratulations, Tyler Koenig, sixth pick of the draft. Now we're starting to get into the back half of the draft here. To me, this is really interesting because you get quicker back-to-back picks. Top of the draft, maybe in a 14-team league, isn't the greatest spot to be, but you really got to nail that first pick. That's for sure. With the seventh pick is going to go to Chris Tolman. Again, a guy who will be drafting off a Royal Dignitaries Wi-Fi. Congratulations, Chris Tolman, seventh pick of the draft. Eighth pick of the draft is going to go to my man Kyle DeGroot. Kyle DeGroot, congratulations. Mac in Chicago, great again. Looking forward to see what you do with the eighth pick. Kyle DeGroot, make it count. Ninth pick of the draft is going to go to, we got the ninth pick of the draft here, Nick McCullough, the commish. Nick McCullough, ninth pick of the draft. Congratulations, Nick. 10th pick of the draft is going to go to, in the barrel, Jeff Up. Congratulations, Jeff Up. Not the last pick. Jeff Up, 10th pick of the draft. Congratulations, buddy. And this is where it starts to get interesting, because then you get the back-to-back pick. You get quality roster depth with these picks. Again, the 11th pick of the draft is going to go to Mike Rowan. Congratulations, Mike Rowan, 11th pick of the draft. Lucky number 11. Congratulations, Mike Rowan. A dangerous owner. Let's see what he does this season. 12th pick of the draft is going to go to Trey Nelson. Welcome back to the league, Trey Nelson with the 12th pick of the draft. Again, these are where we're starting to get to the back-to-back picks, folks. This is where a really coveted position. Maybe there's some trades involved this year with these positions. Kyle Eaglehoff, 13th pick of the draft. Lucky number 13. Congratulations, Kyle Eaglehoff, 13th pick of the draft. That means there's only one left. And I can't get him in the barrel. There he is. Last pick of the draft. Quick back-to-back picks. A guy who needs those back-to-back picks, Mike Boyd. Congratulations, Mike Boyd. So that actually wraps up our coverage this year. Todd Kiper Berman Jr. back for another fantasy lottery. Kept it short, kept it sweet. Looking forward to a great season. Hope everybody's doing well. Have a good one, guys.